Hello and welcome, dearest. I have the opinionated princess in the background today who has decided to let her opinion be known. Anyway, hopefully she'll settle down. And I am doing a video on how to repair / strengthen your nails. Somebody asked in one of the live videos last week, and I was going to be doing this anyway because I broke a nail, a couple of them, and I don't feel like trimming everything down because we have a lot of things coming. So these are my natural nails. If you're new to my channel or basically you're following along, pretty much I don't do anything extra on my nails, as far as I don't use the gels, I don't use the acrylics, I don't use the powders that are the dip-in, I don't do anything that adds substance to your nails. I do the pretty powders, the sparkling chrome and other things that make them shine, that nail polish remover takes off with your mani. But these are my natural nails, and I have used my technique to reinforce them because I do have issues with various medications and other issues with my nails. They do grow very fast, but at the same time, sometimes when I got issues going on, stuff in life, there'll be a month or two where things are not happening body-wise the way that they should, with sleep and diet and all the other stuff that's going on, and I get these little micro cracks that are in the knitting, because basically I can explain, in the biology of us, you have a single cell that gets created, and then you have another cell that gets created, and you have another cell that gets created. And this is true of all your body parts, your heart, your lungs, pretty much every couple of years. The thing is, every 7 years you have a brand new body, because all the cells have regenerated and pushed themselves out and created new body parts. So they push upward. So on your skin, on your nails, your hair, all that neat stuff, those cells smash together, and various cells, like the heart cell and the liver cells and the lung cells, they all have different instructions than your hair, nails, skin, and other things that go along. All those instructions go together to create, like I said, new pieces of you. And as those micro fractures are knitting together, if they're missing something, biotin, collagen, amino acids, all the wonderful fun building blocks, protein, you have these little empty spaces that won't hold on to the strength of your nail, and that's kind of what mine do. So a lot of people with thin nails, their nails just kind of are paper thin, and mine used to peel from the edge. They literally would have layers that would just peel up, and then at the same time, if you pick up something or do something and all of a sudden snap, the nail's gone. You're just like, anyway. So all the hard work. I have a boatload of polishes that I use. I get several of them from Sally Hansen. Now, I've done videos on Sally Hansen. I've been using it at least, if not more than 5 decades, because that's pretty much what was available back then that I knew of, and I liked, and it worked. And she's got, the Sally Hansen company has got multiple formulas of things, but the newer stuff and some of the colors, I like them. It's just that what bugs me is that it says fast dry and it takes forever. So that's kind of like a bummer. It's great for reverse stamping to, color in images and whatnot, but it's not so great for a lot of other things. So, but I do love their hardeners and their base coats and top coats and all the different things, the hardest nails. So I pretty much start out with bare nails. I use the Maniology cuticle oil, and I have this hardest hoof. Now the thing with this, it's warm in Vegas. I have been using this quite a lot, and I don't even know where the bottom would be. But at this point, and just to let you know, it originally arrived, it had a very faint coconut smell to it. Not overpowering or anything. It's like if you put it on your hands and rubbed it around and got close to your nose, you would smell the hint of coconut. And I have a very sensitive, I taste soap. Going down the air freshener and the laundry aisle in the stores to get those items, I literally have such a intense sense of smell. It feels like I can taste it in my mouth, and it's gross. But anyway, so at this point, and I could barely, it was just very, very light. Now that coconut scent is not there, it's kind of gone, and it's starting to smell like oil that you've had a while. So I'll have to go back and see when I ordered that and figure out how long it kind of lasts. But I don't think you have to use it sparingly. I think it's, for the jar, the size, the amount, it's got a pretty good amount in it. You don't have to worry about being stingy. Use it on your nails. Same thing with the Maniology cuticle oil. Use it on your nails, because I'm going to show you. So at this point, I'm kind of crusty because I've been filing and putting things on, and I'll show you the process of it. But as I go through on a bare nail, I will, I'll put this on and the cuticle oil and some lotion. And if you want or feel that you need to, hang on, I gotta get rid of a notification because it's gonna drive me nuts. If you want to use, and I would recommend the liquid latex stuff or the liquid non-latex, whichever works for you, or the Maniology stickers or tape, put something around your cuticle just in case. If you're not, comfortable with a lot of things, or if you're afraid that you might mess up, go ahead and protect your skin, because that's not easy always to get that stuff off. So, oil up, massage up, do the whole 9 yards. Then, if you need to strengthen your nails, or if you have a crack, it's what they call the tea bag method. So you get a regular tea bag, doesn't matter what brand or style, you cut it open and you use the actual material of the tea bag. Now, what I like to do is just kind of tear it off, because you get these stray edges that help to, how is that going to see? It kind of helps to blend into things. So I will kind of tear them off into some bigger pieces, and then tear those down into smaller amounts. And then on a second one, I will cut them into pieces that are, if I can get one out of here. It's all gonna make a mess. Oh, goody. Anyway, I'll cut them to where they're more shaped like a nail. There, I finally got to one. Where they're more shaped like the size of your nail. And so I will take these little trimmings of pieces that I have tore up, and I will kind of, like a patch work, I will go in small pieces and strips, which is what I have here. I have these pieces, and I will kind of do these little pieces where I will put down some of the Sally Hansen stuff. One version of something. Pick your choice, it does not matter. So you paint that on your nail, and then you take one of these and get it kind of situated where you want, and allow it to kind of air dry. And it's going to take 10 minutes, give or take. But let it at least get where it's kind of sticky. And then you can just kind of keep layering these on over the place of your broken nail, or where you have like edges. And then you want to use a nail glue and put that over the top. And I have one of my older bottles that I just kind of put nail polish remover in and clean it up, and then I use it to spread out, because I don't want to mix the nail glue with my brand new bottle or my other bottle of my Sally Hansen stuff. So I go through and just kind of do this in layers. I will, like I said, patchwork these, put polish down, put glue down, put more polish, put more glue, and I will build them up. So the concept, someone was saying something, I didn't think you could use builder and other stuff. So I'm not using the acrylic type builder or gel that you would build your nails. I'm building in layers to get things. So these are my nails. They have had the treatment of the tea bag and all the other stuff put on them, and a lot of them you really can't tell that there's anything there, except for in certain places that I have to finish covering. And then I get to a certain point where when they're dry, completely dry, like the next day, because I'll do this like late in the day where I'm not using my hands so much, and just kind of let them dry overnight. And then I will come back with the Maniology file, because these ones are pretty good as far as emery boards. I prefer to use the glass, but for this, and that's on your natural nail. So file the shape with your natural nail. But I'm doing this over the tea bag and the other stuff because I want to file this down to be smooth. So that's where I don't mind using the emery board, because they're cheap and you can tear those up and no big deal. And these ones are really good. I don't know if they have them anymore, but these ones for nail files were actually pretty good. They were worth getting these. So I got a few of these left. But you can use any kind of emery board or sandpaper, or, I mean, heck, if you really want, you can get those discs that they have at the hardware store that you would put on a drill or, you know, something else, and just get the little fine different grades of ones in the little tiny circles and use them. I mean, that's basically what it is. So then I file it down so that it's kind of smooth, and then I'll come back again once I get a good, you know, process of that, and file gently. These are your nails, around your nails and your cuticles. You can really buff the stuffing out of that and make them hurt or get too close. So gently. And then as I get where I feel like I've got a smooth surface like this one, then I'll come back with my top coats and my other things that I'm using and apply a bunch of layers again. And layer, 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 layer. And then again, I just leave it be, and for as long as it needs for my nails to grow out, I'm not using anything where I have to use acetone to take it off, because I want that to last as long as possible. My nails do grow fairly quickly, but we'll see how that is going to happen this time around. And I busted these at the quick. So for a while, you're not going to be seeing a whole lot on my natural nails. I do have nail tips and other things that I'm going to be doing arts and demos on. And sorry, that's kind of where we are. Hopefully within, you know, a short time, I will have my own nails grown out again, but I'm still going to be doing designs and arts and all that stuff that will show you the things that I want to show you. It's just not going to be on these puppies. I'm going to do a basic design of pretty much not a whole lot there to just be on my nails, and then I'm going to cover up my nails with something else. So the designs that you see on my nails for future videos probably won't be my actual nails. It'll be my artwork on tips that I've used, the stickers, the little sticky things that I can pop off, because I'm hard on my nails, and it'll mostly be for filming and whatnot, because I don't think they're gonna, the ones I have, I've never had them be able to last a couple of days with the dishwashing and everything else. So it'll just be doing for filming. I'm just being transparent and honest. What you're probably going to see on my nails is just for the sake of doing the video, and then bye. Just because I can. I'm not trying to deceive anybody. These are my natural nails, and when they're, you know, all ready, we'll have a point, because probably around December or January, after I get through all the fun festivities of all the happy boxes coming out, I usually try to start fresh at the beginning of the year. So I'm hoping just to make these until, you know, this January, February-ish kind of thing. and we'll start with nubbies again then. So that's how I repair a nail. And that's how I build layers, is the tea bag and lots and lots of layers of polish and glue. File it all down. These scissors that came in the gift box a couple of boxes back are really sharp. Be careful with them. These are really pointy and really sharp and really helpful in finding those little teeny tiny pieces that you want to pick up. Oh my god, these are amazing. These are not meant to be used on people, but they work really well when you're trying to trim things off that have glue and other stuff on them. So awesome sauce to those. These type of nippers are really helpful. But there you go. I hope that answered some questions and gave you the update, because I got lots of stuff to share. Oh my gosh. Some of it I can tell you now. Some of it I can't tell you now. And as soon as I can tell you, I'll be telling you the things I can't tell you. I'll be telling you. Because, you know, it's all good stuff. Fun stuff. Have a wonderful day. Please be kind. Do not let those who are in the Misery Loves Company Club recruit you, because they are always recruiting. The world needs a lot more love and kindness. Do your best to be a good human, and, you know, don't be these rude people who are disrespectful and telling children they don't have to listen to their elders. Oh my goodness, there's just a few people that just, I don't know what happened to them, but man, they got some ugly mad stuff going on inside of them, because they just, emotionally, they're ugly. Be kind and considerate to the people around you. Us old people, we like our peace and quiet, because we've been through the trenches. We did all the stuff. We paid our dues. Now we just want to be able to relax. We don't want to hear you screaming and being all wild. And I'm sorry to say, if it makes me sound like a boomer, pay attention to your children. Be responsible for your children. Do not leave your children unsupervised to cause mayhem for other people. That's just my 2 cents. Anyway, take it for what it's worth. If you want kindness and consideration, and you want other people to respect you, to some degree, understand respect is earned. But you should respect them to begin with, just because they're a human being. Give them the respect of being another person, and not doing something purposely just because you can to be a jerk. And if then someone is rude to you, then I can understand. Do your best to avoid them. But that does not mean that you get to go into a business and other places and cause havoc. You do not need to be someplace and create a ruckus. And just because you are outside does not mean you get to scream at the top of your lungs like wild banshees. Just because you're outside, you can be arrested for being disorderly. Everybody. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to take a time in and out on this. Not every white person is racist or is picking on you or is out to get you just because you're a person of color. And we are addressing an issue about you being responsible for your behavior. Just because you are a person of color does not mean that you get to behave in a way that is rude, crude, and socially unacceptable, and then you get to get out of the responsibility of your action towards your actions. When someone calls you on that, you do not get to go, oh, you're a racist or a Karen, to justify your behavior and put the responsibility on the person instead of yourself. You do have to take personal responsibility for your behavior and be respectful of where you live and where you populate at, the places that you go to and the things that you do. Being on the bus, being in a store does not give you the right to go have a conversation and be all personal about your stuff, as they used to say back in my day, airing out your dirty laundry in public. If that makes me a boomer, so be it. But I earned my time here. I'm alive with experiences, and I've gone through some stuff, some really deep, heavy things that most people would never even believe to have experienced. In addition to the fact that I know a lot of stuff because I read a lot of stuff and I research a lot of stuff and I pay attention to a lot of stuff. And so that makes me really, really smart and intelligent, and I got a pretty high IQ. You don't get to just dismiss me because you don't like what I'm saying. Because you are misbehaving. And, oh yeah, I was challenged as a kid. Someone made a comment about my handwriting, and I have a story. So here's kind of a lead into that of stuff about my handwriting. And I'll end it there. Have a wonderful day. Please be kind. Please be kind and empathetic. Have empathy for other people's well-being, not just your own. See you soon. Bye.